Hey everyone, I wonder if I can share this. I've only live streamed a few times, so I'm going to share this on the Facebook page right now, and we're going to get started with doing some nail trimming with my dog V. So let's have some fun. Okay, so what we need, so basically if you need to trim your dog's nails, which most people do, you need some either clippers or file. And I also highly recommend that you have some treats nearby. So those are some things that you need. This is not going to be a how-to tutorial. This is more or less just going to be demonstrating how I'm doing his nails. Every dog's different. Some dogs, you can just jump right in where I'm at with it, and you can just do it and then treat them. Some dogs people struggle with. So there's a lot of different, this can be difficult for some. So this video might be helpful for some. It's not a how-to per se though. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to have a bunch of treats in my pocket, and I'm going to have my nail file here. I'm going to get my dog V elevated. So I'm going to use this couch back here. So I'm going to get him up, good, down. And having him in this position helps me. So I don't have to be so, I don't know, if he's on the ground, it's a lot more challenging. So this is a good position for me. What I'm going to do is just cut off a little bit of nail. And then I'm going to reach into my pocket and treat him for that. So what that does is it helps him build an association. Hey, when I get my nail trimmed, this stuff happens. What's nice about having it in my pocket is that he can't see the food. If I do really want him to build a positive association with this, then I need the food to be out of sight. If he is staring at the food the entire time, then there's a good chance, well, one, our order of events is wrong, so in that case, the filing or the clipping isn't predicting the food. So therefore, in that moment, if he's staring at the food, it may go okay because food is all he's focused on, but it's not going to change how it goes in the future. So it's important that the food comes second. So I'm doing it now. And then reaching into my pocket and pulling out a treat. So that's the order of events. Maybe I'm going to fix him because he's just hanging off so much. He's hanging off the couch so much that it's harder for me to do it. So depending on, with me, I'm able to flip his paw behind him. And that makes it a little easier for me to do this. So, get comfortable with it. More importantly, the more you do this, and if you're doing it at a pace, at a level that your dog is enjoying it, it's going to get easier. If I'm holding him up and doing all this and pushing him and manhandling him, dogs, they don't like that. And the more restraint that we use, the harder this is. So, I already got this paw. That one's all done. So I'm going to move on to the other paw here. It's got 4 paws, so I'll do all 4. So far, away. And then I reach in my pocket and treat. So this is basically, if anybody's just tuning in, if you need to clip your dog's nails, I know this is kind of a distance thing, so you can't necessarily be doing the clip, can't see me doing the clipping, but that's okay. You don't need to see that, but basically the order of events is what we're focusing on. So the nail clip predicts, and if he wants to pull away, I'll let him. I was holding on for a long time there. So the nail clip predicts the food. And if your dog, so with him, I was holding on for a while there, and he wanted to pull away. So I let him. Because if I start to really restrain him, then that's something he may not like. Most dogs don't like restraint, as I mentioned. And all of a sudden, what you end up having is a dog says, okay, this nail clipping predicts me being held back, and he's really going to dislike it. He's going to fight it. So as I mentioned, this is not necessarily a how-to for a dog that's really bad at this, because we'll definitely need a plan for that. So the plan would be, I'm not even going to break it down. There's a lot of steps to it. But basically, if your dog's okay with this, it's great to pair it with food. Clip a nail, treat. Clip a nail, treat. And what you end up having is a dog that's willing to do this exercise like this. Let's see, goes over there to where the treat charge. But that's what we want. We want a dog willing to do this. We don't want this to be stressful. If we can't do it and we need to bring them to the vet's office or the groomers, oftentimes they just get it. And there's some great groomers and vets out there, but oftentimes that means they're just going to be restrained, held down, and it's going to make it worse in the future. So, and as I mentioned too, nail filing is a really easy way. Retouch. So I can get him up, and I can actually file, and then I can treat. And that's a great way to do this too. They work great, and this works pretty well. It's not going to take off as much as a nail clipper, but still, it's something that you can use. And this is how, with a lot of dogs, I will start off using a nail file because it's easier, and they do better with it. So,